Something is happening in Miami right now that nobody in the tennis world saw coming. And if you blink, you might miss the moment history is being made. We are talking about a 20-year-old girl from Quezon City, Philippines, who just pulled into Miami, not on a regular tournament shuttle, not through the usual arrivals gate, but through a full state-level security motorcade personally arranged by the governor of Florida himself. Let that sink in for a second. A tennis player, a 20-year-old, getting the kind of welcome usually reserved for heads of state. And the crazy part? It makes complete sense when you understand what Alex has been doing lately, because what she has built over the last few months is not just a tennis career. It is a movement, and Miami is about to feel every single wave of it. Let us go back a little bit, because to understand why Florida is rolling out the red carpet for Alex, you need to understand what just happened at Indian Wells. Alex did not just compete at Indian Wells. She detonated, match after match. She carried herself with this quiet ferocity that made opponents feel like they were walking into something they were not prepared for. And then came the moment that sent shockwaves across the entire tour. World number 4 Coco Gauff, one of the biggest names in the sport, one of the faces of modern tennis, did not just lose to Alex. She retired from the match. Panic retirement. The fans called it. And with that result, Alex walked away from the California desert with over 63 million pesos in prize money, a war chest that represents not just earnings but a statement. She is no longer a rising name on a bracket. She is the attraction. She is the reason people are buying tickets. And Florida, of all places, noticed. Now here is where the story gets genuinely fascinating, because Governor Ron DeSantis approving a sovereign protocol for a professional tennis player is not something that happens in normal circumstances. But these are not normal circumstances. When the Pin Army, tens of thousands of Filipino fans from across the globe, started booking flights and hotels and flooding into Miami just to watch one player compete, the economic numbers started speaking a language that governments understand immediately. Alex did not just bring her racket to Miami. She brought a nation with her. And when a nation travels, it spends. Hotels, restaurants, merchandise, tourism dollars flowing through the streets of Miami in a way that no other player in this draw could have generated. The governor's office looked at those numbers and made a decision. Alex is not just an athlete. She is a global economic force, and she deserves to be treated like one. So when her plane landed, there was no ordinary arrival. More than 6 luxury SUVs, a state-level security detail, a direct route from the tarmac to her VIP accommodation near Hard Rock Stadium. While every other player was navigating crowds and press and the general chaos of tournament week, Alex was moving through the city in a completely different lane, literally and figuratively. And the other players noticed. You better believe they noticed. Reports coming out of the locker rooms suggest that the mood among some of the top seeds has shifted into something that looks very much like anxiety. Think about what it means when you arrive at a tournament and you see that the state government has personally arranged executive protocol for one of your opponents. It does not matter how high your ranking is. That gets into your head. That changes the atmosphere in the building. And then there is the Nike story, because what happened in Beaverton, Oregon before Alex even set foot in Miami is equally remarkable and honestly a little cinematic. Alex visited the Nike global headquarters. And this was not just a routine sponsor visit with product placement and a few photos. Sources suggest that she walked through the famous Nike tunnel past the banners of Serena Williams and LeBron James and saw her own face looking back at her. Her own banner. In that tunnel. Among the legends. And what Nike has apparently been working on in secret for Alex is something that goes beyond athletic gear. They have reportedly created a custom Nike by You collection built around the sampaguita, the national flower of the Philippines. Every detail of this collection carries cultural weight. The white petals, the national pride, The full circle of a young woman from Quezon City wearing her country's soul on her sleeve, literally, as she walks onto the court at one of the biggest tournaments in the world. And then there is the shoe, a custom design featuring a white star-shaped detail that mirrors Alex's climb through the world rankings to number 28. When she steps onto the court this Tuesday in Miami, she will not just be wearing sportswear. She will be wearing a declaration. She will be wrapped in the identity of 60 million people who grew up dreaming about a moment exactly like this one. Now, let us talk about the seeding, because the bracket situation is genuinely fascinating from a competitive standpoint. Alex comes into Miami as the 32nd seed. And before you think that sounds underwhelming, understand what that seeding actually means for her journey through this tournament. As a seeded player, Alex received a bye in the first round. While other players spent their energy grinding through opening matches in the Florida heat, Alex got extra days of preparation, extra time to rest, extra time to sharpen every weapon in her game. And those practice sessions have been creating a buzz of their own. The word coming out of Hard Rock Stadium is that fans have been showing up to watch Alex train in numbers that rival the attendance at some players' actual match days. That is a remarkable thing. That is the kind of star power that changes what a tournament feels like from the inside. Now, let us get into the competitive picture, because this is where everything gets electric. The draw has set up in a way that could, if things go the way many people expect them to go, place Alex directly in the path of world number 2 Iga Swiatek as early as the third round. And that potential collision is sending tremors through the tennis establishment right now. Here is why. Last year, in 2025, Alex defeated Swiatek in straight sets, 6-2, 7-5. In straight sets, the world number 2, one of the most dominant players on tour, a former world number 1, someone who has built her entire game around mental and physical consistency, was taken apart by Alex in 2 clean sets. That result lives in the memory of everyone in that locker room. And now Swiatek arrives at Miami in a fragile moment. She exited Indian Wells in the quarterfinals against Ostapenko, a result that her camp was clearly not satisfied with. She posted on social media about it being a difficult day. That kind of public vulnerability from a player of her caliber tells you that the confidence is not where it usually is. And here comes Alex, fresh, rested, energized by governor-level treatment, wrapped in Sampaguita silk, carrying 63 million pesos of momentum and the belief of an entire nation. If that third-round match happens, and the draw suggests it very well might, it will not just be a tennis match. It will be the most watched match of the tournament, and quite possibly the most watched women's tennis match in recent memory. The Philippine broadcast numbers alone could shatter records. And the WTA knows this, which is why there is reportedly genuine nervousness at the administrative level about what Alex's rise means for the established order of the sport. Because when one player draws more viewers than the final, when one player's practice sessions trend higher than another player's match highlights, the entire ecosystem of the tour has to reckon with a new reality. Alex is not playing by the old rules of tennis popularity. She has built something that exists outside the traditional framework, a fanbase so devoted, so globally connected, so emotionally invested in every single point she plays that the sports gatekeepers no longer control the narrative around her. The Pine Army does, and the Pine Army has arrived in Miami. They are in the stands. They are in the streets. They are watching from living rooms in Manila and New York and London and Dubai. And every single one of them knows that this week could be the week that changes everything. Because here is the mathematical truth that makes this tournament so significant for Alex's career. A deep run in Miami, the kind of run that gets her to the later rounds, has a direct path to breaking into the world's top 20 for the very first time. She currently sits at 28 in the live rankings. The points are there to be claimed. The draw has given her a reasonable path through it. The momentum is undeniable. The preparation has been impeccable. And the fire is burning at a level that people around her say they have never seen before. This is not Alex playing for prize money or rankings points or career milestones. This is Alex playing for something much larger than herself. She is playing for every young Filipino who ever picked up a racket and dreamed of standing on a stage this big. She is playing for everyone who doubted that a girl from Quezon City could walk into the room where the legends live and belong there. She belongs there. And Tuesday is when she proves it to the entire world again. The Queen has arrived in Miami. She did not sneak in through the back. She came through the front with sirens, with state protection, with a nation behind her and a flower on her chest. The Matrix built walls, and she turned them into doors. The establishment tried to write her story for her, and she took the pen back. Whatever happens on that court this week, one thing is already absolutely certain. Alex has changed what is possible for a tennis player from Southeast Asia. She has changed what young girls in the Philippines believe they are capable of achieving. And she is only 20 years old. The coronation is not coming. It is already happening. Miami is just the latest chapter. And something tells me it is going to be the most unforgettable one yet.